What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and get them notifications up so that you're able to get all of my content. Now, the Charlotte Hornets are showing interest in Russell Westbrook. Uh, the report that came out yesterday about this, and the Lakers are pretty much getting, they're trying to go ahead and make moves and try to go all in right now. I see in terms of possibly blowing everything up. Okay, but in the midst of all that, we got to ask ourselves a question because I think MJ will be willing to take a chance on a guy like a Russell Westbrook because it's no secret that MJ has always had a profound level of respect for Russell Westbrook. She said that Westbrook reminded him of himself when he had won the MVP. But we got to ask if it's a good fit for Russ. What's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you in the building. What's up with it, Alex? Okay, so you feel like it's a good move. I mean, you got a guy in Lonzo Ball. You got a guy in Miles Bridges. You still got Gordon Hayward over there. I'm just talking about some of the key, the key players. But at the same token, is Charlotte willing to take that type of risk of being that Russ is a veteran? Now, is he going to be a mentor? The big question is, I think, would he be a mentor to a guy like a LaMelo Ball? I don't think so, because LaMelo Ball, you said, give the team leadership. Well, Russ is not. He's an alpha. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of him being a leader per se, I wouldn't go that far to put him in terms of leadership. Like, he can motivate you and he'll say, "Hey, it's all right, guys," and everything like that. But Russ can be very bullheaded, and he lets things get to his head. And as a leader, one of the things that you have to exemplify is composure. You have to exemplify poise, and you have to exemplify being able to withstand the rigors of a lot of things that are going to come your way. You said plus Russ is sponsored by Jordan. Yeah, but there's a lot of people in the league that are sponsored by Jordan, but you could be sponsored by Jordan all day, but if you're losing and you're not having an impact, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Shit, you think Jordan want to win, despite what everybody thinks. Jordan wants to win. That's why he made the move to get the LaMelo Ball. But I understand what you're saying, though, Alex. But Jordan Brand or not Jordan Brand, look, are you gonna come over there and hoop, and are you gonna do it at a high level? Because let's just call it what it is, Alex. The Charlotte Hornets have digressed. They've digressed. Everybody wants to talk about Milwaukee has digressed. No, they haven't. It's been the Charlotte Hornets, and we talked about this yesterday, and the New York Knicks. Well, he wasn't selfish. He wasn't selfish. If he was inconsistent. Well, I'm not going to say selfish this season. He just played poorly, but it wasn't like he was selfish. It's just that you got to realize. Look, everything is under a microscope when you go to LA, and on top of that, you're playing with LeBron James, so you have to. Well, not only LeBron James, but you're playing with two other actually three if you include Dwight Howard. But he had to make adjustments to his game. But that I'm not giving him no pass on that though, Stephen Green, for the simple fact that he still played poorly. I mean, he played like shit at the beginning of the season. He had some decent spurts here and there, but but I'm not gonna say that he was selfish. It's just that he lacked consistency, and on top of that, he was turnover prone at the beginning of the season, which he tried to clean up uh, in the last couple of weeks. What's up, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. I mean, do you think it's going to be a good move though? That's what we want to ask. He'll be there back in the East. Uh, you know, Charlotte. I wanted to see Charlotte play better this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very disappointed in how they played. I thought that they were going to come out and be even better from last year because you got to remember, up until LaMelo Ball had got hurt, they were actually doing pretty good. They were actually doing pretty good, to some people's standards. Like you got to understand the Heat, the Bucks, the Celtics, us, the Sixers, and the Raptors and the Bulls have all made the playoffs. The Charlotte Hornets, they're just barely there. They're barely there, but they're above 500 though. That's the thing. They're above 500, but it's still they. I'm thinking the organization was looking at them to be a little bit higher. Actually, where the Raptors are, and we lost to the Raptors last night. Steven, I think it's a good move and not limited his role like he was with the Lakers. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a damn good point. I mean, and then on top of that, he'll have somewhat of a peace of mind because the media is not going to be so pinpoint focused on you like they are in LA. He'll be able to have some breathing room. I think Russ will be great leader on any team. That he has respect for each other. That truly matters. To have a connection with your teammates and have a connection, not for the media connection. Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. And you don't know how well your game is until you actually go into a big market where they are really, really focused on you. Some players can handle it, some players can't. You see that with Julius Randle. Julius Randle, he played good his first season. And then next thing you know, the media got there. The media was focusing their attention on him. And, they built him up. They were saying, he was the MVP candidate, which he was playing at an MVP level. But then when he got to the playoffs, he got heavily criticized. And they were wondering if he could actually lead. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to do that. He wasn't able to do that. I think a better. Well, it would either be Charlotte. I don't want Russ to go to a place like Sacramento or Detroit or one of these other teams because then it's pretty much going to look like he's on his way out. I mean, people have already given up on Russ. Have I given up on Russ? No, but he's got to bounce back. He's got to bounce back, man. Still my favorite player. I believe in loyalty. He's still my favorite player, regardless. Also, I think about LeBron contract up at the end of the season. No. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, Steven. That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. Especially when you got Mark Jackson about to go over there. That's not gonna happen. But Mark Jackson don't know what. Man, listen, I'm gonna feel bad for Mark Jackson. I mean, Mark Jackson is old school. Look, we'll see how that works out, Mark Jackson, because it's not Doc Rivers ain't going over there. Yeah, I mean, listen, hey, people are gonna disrespect Russ just like they disrespect LeBron, just like they disrespect Giannis, just like they disrespect KD. It comes with the territory. Listen, when KD went to Golden State, guess who was the hero? It was Russell Westbrook, because a lot of people were like, well, damn, Russell Westbrook, he stayed, and he was still able to get his team to the playoffs and all that other stuff. And then they looked at KD as the villain because he joined forces with Steph Curry and with Klay Thompson and Draymond. Man, I already know what this motherfucker's thinking.
That's crazy.
I already know you came up in here for some smoke, man. Come on. What's up with it? Let me put it in Scrub Zero's voice. Hell no! Go ahead and say it, man. I already know that's what you've been saying. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie Scrub Zero. Let's get him up. Go ahead.
Actually, for the Hornets, considering they're a young team, I think Russ would be a good fit because they're gonna run.
My God! Oh Lord! Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. Scrub Zero's actually agreed with this shit. Oh shit! Okay, all right, Scrub, go ahead.
No, like think about how Westbrook's style play has been and the kind of teams he's always been on when he's had success. He needs guys who's gonna run because he's gonna run full speed. He's a max effort type of player. Not you're gonna get turnovers, of course, but he's a guy that he has to play a pace. They need to be going up and down the court. The half court style of play ain't that's not what his game's predicated on. So they got a young team. Now I don't know what you'd have to give up to get Russ, but if you could keep some of them key players, I think he would help this team. I'd say, dang, the East is getting better now, but he'd have them competing for the playoffs. They could get to like 5 or 6 in the East.
Well, I think the thing that's going to be interesting to see, Scrub Deal, and that's a good point what you brought up about him wanting to run. The thing that I don't want to see is them break up Airbnb, and I'm talking about, of course, with Bridges, because Bridges plays that style of game,
Right.
being able to run, and he's a very slept on defender. At the beginning of the season, Miles Bridges was actually, he was considered one of the better defenders, and he got lost in the substance in the shuffle. But you need Miles Bridges, especially running that floor the way he does, because he's an exciting player to play, but he can also score too as well. But like you said, that's a good question about who they're going to give up. Are they going to give up Miles Bridges? I was thinking like more so like Gordon Hayward, uh, somebody like that, or
Right.
what you call what's going there, Terry Rozier or somebody like that. What's up with it, Think Tank?
That Polo, you cutting out. Man said, hell no, Jordy, don't do this. The only hesitancy I have with them getting Westbrook is just that is the cap number, that $47 million. Copy.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, my bad. I cut out. I was in a bad area. You said the cap is $47 million.
How much they gonna have to pay Russ? He's gonna cost them $47 million, unless they could get the Lakers to pay some of that salary. Like, that's a high number for one guy.
Yeah, it is a high number considering that the Lakers have pretty much went all in on all of these top favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, this is another dynamic too. Now, shout out to Ticket TV because he brought up about Anthony Davis, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to work that out too. Because listen, they've gotten rid of Trevor Reese, so they got rid of him, and he was on a veteran's minimum. So that's opening up some more spots for some younger talent. Can you hear me, Squirrel?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm just making sure, man. I'm not cutting out. What do you think about that? What do you think about AD possibly going? Because everybody thought Chicago, but I think Chicken is actually on to something. What do you think about that, man? Would you want him there?
No, I don't.
Because we were just talking about his ass yesterday. Remember?
Yeah, I don't want him there, but it's the Knicks, so I'm not surprised. Of course, like the Knicks have historically made silly moves for aging superstars, guys who are either on the who are older and guys who are injury prone. AD is an injury prone guy. I'm not trying to give up these young players for no Anthony Davis personally. But when you talk about the Knicks, I can't trust them because I know they'll find some way to screw it up. They start off going with the youth movement, and then they get impatient and they say, "Nah, we need to get these superstars," and I can't. I can't.
Right, that's a good point. You don't want to. Okay, you bringing in another injury prone player, and on top of that, I don't think AD could handle that New York beat. They're going to eat his ass alive, just like they doing Julius Randle, just like they doing a couple other players. I think, man, I do not want to see a guy like RJ Barrett go. He's having the time of his life right now. He got control of that offense now. I do not want to see RJ Barrett go.
I don't want to see him go. Listen, I'd rather have this team go through the growing pains and let them grow that way, as opposed to trying to shortcut this process, jumpstart, try to start themselves to the playoffs, only to be in the same spot once again in another year or two. Tired of seeing this with the Knicks, man. Steven Green, they could buy out AD's contract, but the amount of money they'd have to pay, like, first of all, AD wouldn't give up all that money. Second of all, he's still owed like what 40. He's just starting the first year to do Supermax deal, the Supermax portion of his contract. Nah, they stuck with him unless they trade him. There's no way they're gonna buy him out at this point. If he only had 1 year left, yeah, I could possibly, but right now, nope.
Okay, Steven, you said they buy out AD contract. AD could go to a team that pay him and possibly go to Portland or Toronto. I don't think. What's up with it, Mike? I see you in the building. I don't think he's a good fit in neither one of those places, Stephen Green. Especially Toronto is doing good right now. I mean, they beat our ass last night, Scrub.
Man, Harden outside hard, but that's a different discussion. But no, Toronto's that would if I'm Toronto, I'm not trading for him. I'm rolling with what I got.
Right, Toronto is on the come up. I mean, you got Fred VanVleet, you got Siakam back on his good playing ish, and you got the motherfucking Scotty Barnes, who is a slept on talent, man, is gonna be future. And on the top of that, Gary Trent Jr., which nobody wants to give credit. He put up 30 last time. I think Toronto is definitely on the come up. They're in the playoffs. You know that, right, bro?
Yeah, I know. Listen,
I
Toronto,
know they're in the East. I know you don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that because the Knicks fucking suck. But that's but listen, Toronto had been hovering in that 7th spot for quite a while, and now at this last portion of the season, they got themselves what they 6 now, right?
They're 6.
Yeah, like
that thing.
Right.
But listen, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, they're not a championship team, but they've been fighting the whole season. They've been letting their guys play. They have a good chemistry. Now they just been patient. Actually, they 5th. You see, they just been playing steady ball, and they instead of being 7th and in a playing situation, they've been consistent. They've won 8 of the last 10, while you got Chicago and Cleveland falling off, and now it's like you mess around. If they got to play the Sixers in the first round, they can beat the Sixers.
And that's a good point. Hey, Scrub, that's a damn good point. That's what I was telling Stephen Green. I was like, look, the game is going to slow down. And then, listen, this is another thing, too, Scrub. They don't got nothing to lose. They're like, hey, if we lose, hey, we still got a future. Man, they putting the pressure on us. Harden got to get it done. Like Shaquille O'Neal said, Harden and the beat got to get it done for their legacy.
That's it. You got 2 players and a head coach that need to get it done, and and they get knocked out in the first round. Especially considering how this team has been the past few years. It's been second round. It was like you get James Harden, you get Doc Rivers, and you can't even get the first round.
Right.
Heads are going to roll. Everyone they're going to be. It's going to be open season on the Sixers.
Hey, check this, Scrub, and I'm gonna be on here looking for Jacob Jennings. I'll be like, now what? What did I say? Not that I don't want to have to, tell him like I told you so, but it's just like, come on, man. He's out there playing for stats. People talk about LeBron playing for stats and stuff. Shit, James Harden playing for stats and individuals.
Well, listen, if James Harden loses, you know exactly where you're going to be able to find him. He gonna cry for a little bit, and then he going right to the strip club.
Hey, you can bounce your ass. Hey, instead of seeing them titties bounce, you can bounce your ass up out of Philly. I know that much because I don't want his ass there. But then next thing you know, they're gonna bring in Dan Tony, his ass in there, and people think that I hate Dan Tony. I don't hate Dan Tony. I just don't think that he's the type of coach we need for Philly and what we're trying to do.
Listen, Dan Tony, he is what he is. He'll get an offense going, but defensively, his teams have never been good. He's like they run they he wants a team that's going to run, which is good if you could keep up that pace the whole game. But because they don't play defense, you slow it down on them. You end up like they have a ceiling. The D'Antoni teams have a ceiling. We've seen it many times before. We know where they're at. I wouldn't at this point. Like when you're talking about these great coaches, D'Antoni's already gotten what three or four head coaching opportunities. Like I think it's time that we just accept that. Nah, he had enough chances. He couldn't get it done as championship coach. It is what it is. But considering who it's Daryl Morey as the GM, Harden got you know what's going to come if they don't win. It's Doc Rivers first, and then Embiid's on the chopping block.
Right. Yeah. Hey, and Scrubs, what's his name? Brent asked a good question. Hey, that's what I've been saying, haven't I, Scrubs? I've been saying that the whole time. Why not Sam Cassell? They're not giving him his shot. That's just like what I was saying about Duke and Nolan Richardson. I mean, Nolan Smith and Josh Shire. Just to make a point. But yeah, Sam Cassell does need to be the head coach. You're right on that, Brent. I've been saying that.
He's needed to be a coach for a long time, but Sam Cassell old school. He ain't gonna be with this nonsense that these players going for.
Hell no.
And that's probably why he ain't a head coach because he's not gonna bend to these players having off days and being soft. Like, nah, you go and practice. You guys, we gonna actually get this thing together. We gonna play basketball.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, and a lot of players they don't want to have to deal with that. But if we want to win and we're trying to play, get back to that style of game that we once were at, Scrub, just like New York was, because people can say what they want about New York. New York was, at one time, Scrub, they were one of the more successful teams. They actually made it to the finals. And I'm talking about long after they won a championship in the '70s. So I think that just getting back to what we were initially talking about Russ, him going over there. I think him being able to get away from that LA media and stuff like that, it would do him some good because listen, they pinpointed everything, every flaw that Russ had to the point where I was starting to get pissed off, Scrubs, like at Undisputed and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all talking about all this shit that Russ does, but you don't want to talk about the shit that LeBron is doing. You don't want to talk about the fact about AD falling on his ass all the time. You don't want to talk about the fact of how multiple players have been inconsistent. You don't want to talk about the inconsistent coaching of Frank Vogel. I mean, you want to capitalize on Russ. You don't want to talk about the players that have yet to play a game like Kendrick Nunn. That's who you need to be getting up out of there. I mean, I like Kendrick Nunn, but he hasn't played. His name fits perfectly.
None. Listen. Kendrick Nunn ain't playing like all this time. He ain't playing this season. We know that. It's what 2 games left. It's over for him. We ain't seeing him. But But this is what Undisputed and ESPN and these mainstream media outlets do. They find an easy scapegoat. They'll blame everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
but like guys who really deserve to get that kind of smoke, that hold them accountable. They don't want to do that. LeBron James, he don't get held accountable.
Right.
You got guys like Shannon Sharp talking about how he like what more can he do? Like, how about play some damn defense?
Right.
How about communicate? How about learn how to play? How about work on your post game so we can actually throw it to you down on the block and actually have like, hey, we got a few plays you could go on block and we can make offense off of that.
It's too late, Scrub. He already tried working out with Hakeem Olajuwon, and you know that didn't. I mean, he improved somewhat, but
not enough for you to actually say we're gonna run through LeBron in the post.
Right. Exactly. And then you want to play center, like that's actually benefiting your team, but it's not benefiting your team because
he's only the 5 as far as the stat sheet, but he can't play the 5. He doesn't have the skill set offensively or defensively. He doesn't he's not going to get himself in the proper position. He's not going to communicate. He's not going to set those screens. He's not going to like. People have to understand when you talking about basketball, everyone has a role. There's a reason they're positioned. It's not just like it's a little simplified as far as point guard, shooting guard, but really when you talk about playing certain positions, there's certain things you must do in that spot for your team to have success. And as a 5-man, LeBron is not that kind of player. He's like he has the body, but he doesn't want to bang. He's not going to get you rebounds and stay in the paint and block shots. Right. He's not gonna set screens on and off the ball for other guys to get open.
I mean, he'll do it for.
Like he'll have a few possessions, but it's not like he's gonna say, "All right, no, this is what I'm gonna do the whole game." Like if I score, so be it. But I'm gonna set this screen. I'm gonna take these charges. I'm gonna hang out in this paint. Like you're not gonna. Where I'm going to do the dirty work. He's not a dirty work player. He's never been.
Right. I think like okay. I put you like this. When he was in Miami, he was somewhat, because a lot of people felt like he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. I'm talking about the second year.
Yeah.
Because guess who helped him? It was Shane Battier. And guess what Shane Battier was known for? Reading defenses and also being able to just be that lockdown defender and also do somewhat of the dirty work and hit the open shot. People forget if it wasn't for Shane Battier that 1 year hitting that shot, they wouldn't have been in it. But as far as Miami, people always talk about Ray Allen. Also, you have a good point too, Scrub. Look, everybody gets mad when I say that. I'll say that LeBron, he doesn't have multiple moves as an individual player. That's not like saying that he's trash and none of that, because I don't feel that he's trash. But you never developed anything. You developed your shot and everything, but in comparison to Kobe, in comparison to Michael, in comparison to some of the other players that you see or whatever, they evolved their game somewhat. It's just even like with Karl Malone. He developed not only his post game, but he developed his mid range shot to the point where he was money.
That's it. Like, and you got your supposed best player. He didn't do that. Anthony Davis, he can't stay healthy even when he does. Like even when he's healthy, like he'll play what, but he's not a dirty work player. We've heard it before. He doesn't like playing the 5. And playing the 5 is a lot of dirty work. He doesn't like doing that. He wants to
and you know what? You bring up a good point though, Scrub, because coming out of Kentucky, that's what they thought he was going to do, because if you look at how he played in Kentucky, he was all over the floor in terms of defensively. And then it was like once he went to New Orleans, he couldn't quite carry the load like that. I mean, yeah, he was a monster and everything, but I'm talking about in terms of the success rate.
Right.
He wasn't successful until they landed Boogie. and until Rondo came.
Listen, you need guys who will do that dirty work. Who's going to be because when you talk about the all-time greats, yeah, they had amazing highlights. They were great at a few things, but a lot. You know what those all-time greats did? They played both ends. They did when it was needed. They do the dirty work as well. Now they weren't doing that the whole game. There was a lot of other guys who you would have on the team that do the dirty work for the whole game. But you can look at them and be like, nah. There'd be nights that they would give you a whole night of just pure dirty work and find a way to get their offense or get a stop or whatever. But games changed, man. Games changed. The mentality's changed. And the Lakers, one of the biggest issues with the Lakers, they got a lot of one-way players, and not one way in the sense, even in the sense of, all right, yeah, you're gonna do everything offensively or everything defensively. It's like, all right, it's not even good special. They just got guys who are gonna play offense, or guys who are going not really any guys who are gonna play defense, but no one who's really going to. They didn't have enough guys that their games meshed well with everyone else. They couldn't play off each other. A bunch of iso ball, and if they could get on transition, cool. But they're gonna run out of energy because they got a bunch of older guys playing, and they're not gonna be able to hold up the whole game running up and down the floor. The pace is too high a pace. They got players they need to slow down, but. When you only got a guy, when Melo's like really your only guy you can count on that could play that half court type game, like you could actually go to him through the post, but he's not getting a lot of minutes. It's not really much you can do.
Hey, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait. Hey, Herm, what you talking about, man? Salute to you. What is Herman talking about? True Viking. Y'all had a bet going. What's up with it? What's up with it, Don Lovato? I see you in the building. Y'all talking about something else? I don't even know.
Apparently, from just looking at the comment, apparently they had a bet and Switch Life ain't pay up. That's what I'm guessing.
What was the bet though? That's what I'm
exactly. Like, damn. I hope he was. I hope Switch Life wasn't foolish enough to bet on how many games Anthony Davis will play.
Look, hey, Herman only come here looking for somebody, man. He coming here looking for money. He don't want to come in here and chop it up, man. It's all good though, Herman. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping, buddy. I want to know what they're talking about, man. I want to know. I want to come here, man. I want to get some of it.
Like I remember seeing
True Viking. Come on, True. Don't touch the smoke, Queen. Come on.
I remember seeing
this yesterday, bro. Who owe me money? Who owe me money?
Who?
That's my mic. All right, my bad. I had to get out of that wind. It's windy as hell over here.
Yeah, I hear just in the back. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it's a lot of wind. Over here, it's a lot of wind. But hey, come on, man. Y'all got to answer. Y'all don't want to answer. Now y'all want to get quiet. And where is Switch Life? I haven't seen Switch Life in a minute. Sonny, Coach Sonny, man.
Coach.
Yeah, where you at, man? Look, Herm, he dropped one He dropped one message and then left, man. Shame on you, Herman. It's all good.
He's just like that guy just popped his head like, yo, tell homeboy I need that money. I'm looking for him.
Right.
I know he ain't here right now, but when I find him,
12 Swiss life.
Like, man, he better find me before I find him. Let me put
right, bro. Yeah, he going to different lives looking for it. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know Swiss life in real life. If it don't have anything to do with Polo's channel, I don't indulge. yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you, Mike. Look at you, Mike, and hold it down.
She like, holding it down. Me in your nonsense.
Right. She's like, I'm minding my own business. that nigga Herm pulled up, nigga. Like, Herm don't want to step on he don't want to come on the panel, none of that. That's all right. Nah, but yeah, man. Like I said, man. What's it called? Scrub, man. I think Russ will be a good fit there, in Charlotte, but it just depends on what they're gonna do. And another thing, how is he gonna adapt to the coach that they got? Because they were having problems with their coach at the beginning of the season, and then also Boat Knight. I think Boat Knight wants to get out of there too. Boat Knight, he's on their roster too, or whatever, man. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I'm a little under the weather, man.
You good? It's going to be interesting, but like I said, my only concern is that contract. If it wasn't for that, it'd be like, yo, pick him up.
Right.
Pick him up. Don't look back.
Yep, man. I'm about to go and shut this one down. No, Scrub. Oh, you got anything to close, man? On Russ or New York? I know you got something to say about your Knicks.
Man, fuck the Knicks. I'm tired of them doing some silly ass shit for no reason.
yeah. Hey, what if they make? Listen. Okay, if they win the championship, you still gonna be dissatisfied. Man, fuck the Knicks. You should have won it last year.
They'd be like, listen, if they somehow found a way to win with it, I'll be like, I'm amazed. But when you make moves, when they talking about moves like that they trying to make, like they might go all in for 80, and be like, y'all, if they win a championship, you'd be like, so why can't it'd be like, if y'all wouldn't make silly ass moves like y'all been past, y'all would have won a championship long ago. But
Right.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me on, Polo. You already know what it is. I appreciate you.
To capitalize on what you were saying, and I'll be joking with you a lot, but I know it's a lot of seriousness in that. You know what I'm saying? And you've already said it. We've already had your conversation about both of your teams in terms of the Giants and in terms of the Knicks. You said that it all boils down to the front office, and I think you even pointed that out about the Giants too. You said the front office is not going to get any better, but they're supposed to be sticking with Daniel Jones for the future. They're going all in on Daniel Jones. What do you think about that? They came out with that report. They still going to stick with him even after that injury.
I would make Tyrod Taylor compete with him. I wouldn't just hand him the reins because 3 years. Like, I know part of that's having Jason Garrett, but listen, you've had 3 years. You haven't proven you can get it done. The only team you really had success against is Washington. Like you've had some good games here and there, but like you've only really been good against one team. And I'm supposed to put all my eggs in that basket. Now I get the cap situation isn't great, but like I said, you brought in Tyrod Taylor. You should have him compete, and if he's able to win the starting job, you go with that. But this is the Giants. When I saw the Tyrod Taylor sign in, I'm like, he ain't gonna have him compete for no starting job. He's just there to back. It looks good, but I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
because the Giants have, well, they haven't been favorable to black quarterbacks or black head coaches. But you know, that's a whole
Man,
different discussion.
that's man. That's a good ass point. Nah, hey, that right there, what you just said. I, hey, and on top of that, in top of the in the front office too. That's one thing. That's one thing that I could say that Stephen A. Smith was right on. You know, not to say that he don't be capping and stuff, but he did make point out the fact too, just like you pointed out, pretty much probably stole your talking point about the New York Giants being a racist organization. I think you said it. I think you said it. You said it on my channel multiple times when we were talking
Mm-hmm.
about. And then next thing you know, here comes Stephen A. Talking about it. But oh, he's a true Viking. Hold on.
Hey, Polo. Hey, Scrub Zero.
Hello, True Viking.
Hello. Well, the only reason I came because I don't know who Herman is. I don't know nothing about no bet. I don't know Swish life in real life. So, Herman, sir, can you please elaborate? Because you don't know me and I don't know you. So why would I have to tell anyone anything? If it don't pertain to Polo Channel, I don't indulge. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna come on live, but I said no. I don't even know who these people are. So, yeah, I don't know. But how you guys doing?
I haven't seen Herman in a while, but I mean,
Good.
I don't have no problem with Herman. I think he was. They probably had a bet going, and maybe he thought Swish Life was gonna be in the channel. I haven't seen Swish Life in a minute.
Oh, okay. So maybe I took that the wrong way. Oh, okay.
No,
I'm like, how would I know to talk to Switch? Like, maybe I took it wrong. That's the only reason I came on the panel.
I guess, I guess it's because you one of the mods and one of
Uh,
the features, and
don't use me. Do your dirty work.
Exactly.
Don't use me. Hey, I ain't the middleman for nobody, baby. You're a grown man. You better do it yourself, Alpha. Uh-uh. I don't get in men's situations. That's what's wrong with women now. They always trying to get in a man's situation. You ain't a man. Men take care of that. I'm gonna stay in a woman's place, honey.
Well said.
Hello, Jala. I miss you guys. Y'all all quiet now.
I, mean,
nah,
I don't know what to say about that. But that is just some. I don't
we,
know. I won't say silliness, but like how you just came
how
up
you, how you gonna miss us and you here every day?
like.
I'm talking about on live, smarty pants. Oh man.
On live
Okay.
in the chat, it don't matter. You still here?
Yes, every day, all day. Hello. Hello.
Nah, man. But I mean, y'all could continue. You could chop it up with
I ain't
True.
had nothing to say. I just came to say that because I was confused. And I wanted to
Look
make
at
sure that I had clarified.
well, let's talk about some drama there, since let's talk about some
I
soap
don't want to
opera.
talk about no damn drama.
Ain't no
Hello.
one got time for no drama.
Ain't nobody got time for that anyway. You
Yeah,
on the
you do.
drama tip.
That's why she came.
I don't want to talk about no drama.
That's why she came over here with the smoke. Look at
I did. You should have seen my ears steaming.
her, quick.
I just wanted to make, because, I'm a little straight
Hey,
up. So I just
money,
wanted to,
money to that. Look at her. Coming in like a spat.
I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Let's go. I mean, I wasn't for sure. I'm going to stay in a woman's place, but I didn't know what that meant. So I just had to ask. Just communication. That's all.
Hey, you
I don't
said
want, I don't want no smoke. I
you know you a lie. You want to smoke
don't
with
want
the
no smoke.
she want
Child.
she want to smoke. She want to
I'm
smoke
too
with
small to want some smoke. I'm good. Try though. Psych nah. Oh. All right, y'all got quiet. I'm about to go.
I don't know where Scrub went, but
I'm still here. I'm just listening.
You just listening, Scrub.
That's what I'm here doing. Just listening, enjoying the show.
Yeah, because you was confused too, right? Don't even cry.
I saw. I'm like,
y'all was calling me out for real. Oh, true, you quiet. And then I said if y'all read the text and shut up, maybe you know that I responded immediately.
Damn, you telling us to shut up, man. Look, I'll let you handle the work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, be quiet, because you kept saying, somebody say something. Wait a minute, baby, let me in. I'm about to tell you something.
No, I saw the comments. I saw each and every one of them.
Oh, so why you was just talking trash because you knew I was gonna come and clear my name up?
I think it was because my phone, or it kept going in and out, or late or whatever. But I had seen it. But I was asking. What I was asking was what Herman was talking about, because I was trying to see what they was betting on. I'm thinking maybe they, I'm thinking they bet on. I'm thinking they bet on the
video game.
Okay.
Because you know what? I haven't seen Switch. No, Switch Life. He do pop in and out and say salute, and then he go. It might be. I haven't really seen. He haven't really been deep like he used to. But he be gaming though.
Well, he be gaming, but he's also a coach, and then he got his own channel.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I got my son hooked up. My son game, so that was a great opportunity. Maybe actually you sent me over there too. Everybody, you sent me over to everybody. But yeah, my son be gaming online.
Yeah, hey, Zero, you be gaming too, huh?
I'll be gaming a little bit, yeah.
Oh, you don't know how to do it. Oh, you don't want that smoke, Scrub, Zero, honey.
Certain games I can't mess with. I ain't gonna lie.
You be on sports games or shoot games?
Oh, I be on both.
I'm be more.
I'm talking about Scrub.
Me, I'll be playing more RPG games. The role playing games. I'll do some fighting games too.
Yeah, I still like the fight games. Finish him.
Finish him.
What kind of porn games you play?
I'm sorry, what now?
Porn? Oh, well,
you
funny, Polo. You trying to get one? You was a funny guy.
You know, there's video games and shit.
He trying to talk fast on some porn?
Virtual reality shit.
He thought he was gonna get one. Oh, he funny.
I'm sorry. Come again.
I listen very well, Scrub. I was like, hot porn? Well, I was about to feed right into it, Polo.
Yeah, I was playing 69 Fight. That's what I was playing.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, and I have to get in a minute. That'd be my younger cousin stuff. And my daughter talking about she want a game.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Scrub. I'm laughing because I thought, wait a minute, is that, wait a minute. It's a game called what? I thought you was being funny. What you just say?
I just said I thought he was trying to get one over. That's all I said.
No. I'm talking about Polo said he playing 69 games.
He said 69 Fight. Oh, what the heck is that?
Yeah, see, Scrub, I laugh because
it ain't no real game.
Oh, I knew. I was like, Scrub, y'all some butthole. Oh, y'all are too funny.
No, because when you go on them sites, they be having them video games. You know what I'm saying? Like porn video games and shit.
Are you serious?
Well,
that's probably fun though. That's probably really interesting.
Yeah, man. What the fuck has the world went? It's like, goddamn, nigga, back in the day. Now, like kids could get a hold of that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? One of my friends, and it was funny that she's like in her 50s, and she said she bought this game. I don't know what it's called. I'm not for sure. I guess it's something virtual. It's just like an Xbox, but it do so many things. I guess it's in the virtual world. She said that she has so much fun and she bowled with a lot of people. So it really take you out of reality. Like, what the world? Like, why would you want to be somewhere where you really not? Acting like you falling off a roof. What the hell? Like, come on, y'all. This is real life. I want to still touch people. You know what I mean? I don't know. Give me a virtual hug, guys. You know? No, hell no.
Look at Kev Foster already flirting.
With Kevin. Salute, family. Hi, Kevin.
Good day, Kevin.
Good day, sir. Yeah, but I did not know that. Now you know what, Polo. Now you got me curious because I didn't know that. So now I'm going to go and see about this porn.
I'm telling you, go look.
I am. Matter of fact, I'm about to ask my son.
Oh, don't guys in there. He be like, oh, for real? Hey.
I'm about to ask him. I mean, he's 20, so I can. Don't be hollering, boy. Hey, did you know anything? Turn it down. Did you know anything about it's called a porn video game or something? It's video games that got porn on it? You do? You're nasty. You know about it? Show it to me right